Hello and welcome to Star Citizen Sunday. This is a weekly show which covers all the news from Star Citizen from the week just past. I am your host Mac, so let's get on with it. This week we get a Q&A with Star Citizen music composer Pedro Camacho. We check out the future for Star Citizen's visual effects and sparks, plus a closer look at the Banu Defender's interior. So kicking off this week's Inside Star Citizen, they took a look at visual effects, but in particular signed distance field tech. Now this basically improves the particle system. What you see here is the old particle collisions, which doesn't look very good. Obviously the particles are falling through the ship. This tech allows them to create convincing particle collision effects that react realistically. It also includes drag and friction. I honestly can't wait to experience this kind of tech with the engineering mechanic, or even during firefights. I can just imagine working in an engineering room on like a ship, fixing something up with sparks flying everywhere, or running through a ship fighting pirates, pipes getting shot and sparks flying out. You could actually potentially use it to your advantage against another player. If you know they're stood next to something that will create sparks, or even gas, I suppose you could shoot that pipe, creating a bit of a screen for you to escape. Another case they showed was how each element works together, so turning on sparks, bouncing, sliding. This means that they can really create some realistic effects, which has many factors to determine the behaviours of the effects. Nice work, and I'm looking forward to seeing this in-game. After that, they went to the sound team, who have gone to a chemistry lab in Sweden to record some really interesting sounds to use in Star Citizen and Squadron 42. I'll let the sounds just play in the background. Something that I really love about how CIG approach this kind of thing is they don't just use your traditional stock sounds. They create their own library, which means that we'll have very bespoke sounds for a multitude of things, but also it means that when you hear a particular sound enough, you'll know what it is, and also you'll know it's a Star Citizen sound, instead of thinking, oh, there goes that same door closing sound from every horror game known to man. Anyway, to finish off with, they took a look at the Banu Defender. We got to see the interior of it. Personally, I really love the design and the aesthetic. It's very natural, very bone-like, obviously different to what we've seen in other ships. However, I did prefer the previous look, which seemed a bit more sophisticated. That said, I'm not disappointed. I found the cockpit very interesting. The glass seems to be bobbled on the outside, so I wonder what the internal view is like, whether that's some sort of one-way type glass feature. It'll be interesting to see. Anyway, that is Inside Star Citizen. Do let me know your thoughts. Let's move on. Also this week, Galactic Guide showcased the Hadrian system. Squadron 42's monthly report is available to read, but don't worry if you don't have time, as I have covered this in a separate video, which I will link below. August brought an update to subscriber flare and its future going forwards. I wasn't really a fan of these t-shirts, but to be honest, now I've seen them in game, I actually quite like them. And finally, this week's Star Citizen Live was a sit-down Q&A and demo from the music composer for Star Citizen's persistent universe, Pedro Camacho. So that brings us to the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and share the video with all your friends. If you like what I do and want to help me make it better, follow the link below to my Patreon page to learn more.